Hello and welcome everyone to the 1217th day of the large-scale armed aggression against the Russian Federation. Guided aerial bombs detected heading towards Kharkiv and Kupiansk. Just as I start the video. Throw me off of what I need to do, but let's just hop into the operational information as of 8 a.m. June 24th, 2025, regarding the Russian invasion. A little bit of editing error there. Slava Ukraina. As the start of the report, as always. The 1217th day of the large-scale armed aggression against Ukraine by the Russian Federation has begun. In total, 165 combat clashes were recorded over the past day. Yesterday, the enemy launched 3 missile strikes with 17 missiles and 36 airstrikes using 72 guided aerial bombs on the positions of Ukrainian units and settlements. 2,861 kamikaze drones were deployed. In addition, the enemy carried out 6,076 artillery strikes, with 103 of those from MLRSs. Airstrikes were carried out near or in the settlements of Orizhny, Malovochka in Kharkiv, Razin, Pokrovsk, Novotoretsky, Poltavka, Malanivka, Zaskrensho in Donetsk, Novosilka, Malotokmaka in Zaporizhia. Over the past day, missile troops, artillery, and of the defense forces of Ukraine hit 17 areas of concentration of enemy personnel, weapons, and military equipment. 3 missile troops and artillery facilities, one command post of the Russian invaders. Moving into the individual directions and the deep state map. Going to the north, Slobozhyansk. I'm still getting used to pronouncing that name instead of Kursk or Sumy direction. Ukrainian soldiers repelled 10 attacks by the invaders. The enemy also launched an additional 12 airstrikes using 22 guided aerial bombs and an additional 262 artillery shellings, 8 of which were from multiple launch rocket systems. Heading to the south, Slobozhansk and Kharkiv area. The enemy tried to, in vain, to advance 7 times in the areas of Hibloki, Vashchansky Krutoy, Krasny Pershi, and Figolivka. The ones I skipped, Dvorshina, Krasny Pershi, and the one that's not loading incorrectly, Figolivka. Heading to the south to the Kupiansk direction. 6 attacks by the invaders took place yesterday. The defense forces repelled the enemy assault actions in the areas of Kindershivka, Kruglavka. That one, I'm misplacing where that city is. Give me just a second. Novokruglovka. It's oh duh, Kruglovka. I'm staring right at it and still missing it. Oh man. And in the directions of Pishkiani and Petropavlivka. Good way to start the day. Anyways, heading to Liman direction. 24 combat clashes took place in this direction. The enemy tried to advance near the settlements of Tvir do Hblove. Again, that settlement does not show up on this map. Rikobub, Karpivka, Kolodazny, Grubkivka, Zeleny Dolna, Novomir, and Olipivka. Heading further to the south to Service direction, our troops repelled one enemy attack in the Girogorivka area. Again, not loading correctly for some reason. Deep State has been having issues with that lately. Zooming out and heading over to Kramatorsk, the enemy carried out 12 attacks in the areas of Novo Markovo. Just there, you have to zoom in just to the right level. Chasiv Yar, Mikolavka, Stupochki, Privilla. I'm thinking that's a mistranslation. Or excuse me, that is a mistranslation. It's either going to be Protechny and I'm just double checking here just to make sure. So either they mean Protechny or this settlement is not on this map. And Bodarny. Bodarny is another one that's going to be a bit confusing because it's not showing up on again, not sure. Oh, Pravilna is way up there. I would assume that would be in the service direction. So maybe. Oh, what a bad spelling for Bondarny. I'm assuming maybe they mean Blahodatny. No, sometimes Google does not translate very well. Almost all the time, Google does not translate very well. So, my apologies for that. But moving on, it could be maybe even Bogdanivka that they mean, but again, not matching anything in particular. Anyways, moving down to Toret's direction. The enemy attacked Ukrainian units 27 times in the areas of Dublivka, Sachira-Benivka, Zumin Petrivka, Yablunivka, Rusinyar, and in the areas of Plashkivka, up here. And again, Yablunivka. Maybe that is a second Yablunivka, but I don't see it on the map. That's the Yablunivka I know, but they're listing it twice. Heading over to Pekros direction. Over the past 24 hours, our defenders stopped 54 assault actions of the aggressor near the settlements of Promin, Novotroitsky. Oh, excuse me. No, wait, that's Novi Ukrainka. I forgot where Novotroitsky is. I'm doing horrible today, ain't I? I know it's one of the ones you have to zoom in for, but there we go. Novotroitsky. Mirolubivka. Lysivka. Now Novoukrayinka. Heading far over to Novoserhivka. Udashny. Jumping back over, or maybe not, Mirnograd. Way down south towards Olubhivska. Jumping way back to the other end of the direction to Popov Yar. Malanivka. Koptivka. Right there. Shakove is up here. Volodymyrivka right below it. Molodetsky. That's another new one. Maybe you have to zoom in. I'm not seeing Molodetsky offhand. I'll keep an eye out for it as we go on. Serhivska is one of, I believe it's this settlement here next to Novoserhivka. So this would be Serhivka, or it's this one. I can't remember offhand. And of course, last but not least, towards Novopavlivka. Starting to see more blue areas pop up as Ukrainians are able to push back Russians in several areas. Namely here near Koltanyarka. And if we come back up to Sumy area near Andriivka, and some other minor areas that are not being reported yet, but we'll cover them as they get reported. Moving over to the Novopavlivska direction. Ukrainian defenders repelled 17 attacks by invaders in the areas of the settlements of Bogatar, Novosilka, Zaporizhia, which is up here, Prbodawa. I'm guessing that's a mistranslation again by Google for Pridubny, sorry. Kumar, Mirny, I forgot where it is. Give me a second to see if I could find it. There we go. Mirny, right next to it. I should have, snake it would have bit me type of thing. Shurchenko, Volinipol, and in the direction of Voskreshenka, right here. Over the past day, there were no combat clashes in the Huliopol direction and the Orhiv direction as well. In the Dniprovsky and Kherson and Greater Dnipro River Delta area, the enemy units tried to advance 6 times. They were unsuccessful. Zooming out, again, in the Volyn and Polisia directions, no signs of the formation of enemy offensive groups have been detected. Our soldiers continue to inflict significant losses in manpower and equipment on the occupation forces and are actively undermining the enemy's offensive potential in the rear. Coming back to the air alert map, we still see guided bombs as a threat in Kharkiv direction, drones over Kremenchuk. The report goes into the losses for yesterday. We'll cover that with the graphic here shortly. And the report ends with, join the Defense Forces, Razom Peremojemo, Slava Ukraina. Heading over to the Russian losses for today. Total losses of the enemy for June 24th, 1217th day of the full-scale invasion. Russia lost an additional 1,200 personnel, bringing the total to 1,013,700. 1 additional tank today, 7 armored personnel vehicles, 21 artillery systems, 1 MLRS, 198 UAVs, 12 cruise missiles, and 100 vehicles. That would normally be the end of the video, but there is such a lack of stories out there. Mostly about the train. And a lot of those videos I cannot show, so I'm going to give you the drone report as well. 97 enemy UAVs were launched, 78 destroyed. Strikes were recorded hitting 6 locations. That is the drones from this morning. There will not be a live stream. There's just not enough video out there to make it worthwhile. It'd be like a 15-minute live stream. Of course, Zelensky's in meeting in Norway and at the NATO summit. So no address to the people today. I could show you plenty of videos about Israel and Iran and what they've been doing since the original ceasefire, now in ceasefire 2.0. But I don't want to cover Israel-Iran because, well, I don't want to. So on that note, have a good one, everybody. Thank you for watching the video. Please remember to hit the like button, comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed. But most importantly, keep supporting Ukraine. Have a good one and stay safe, everybody.